Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 3rd chapter, shloka number 2. The title of the chapter, Liberation from the Illusory Energy. Na anutripye Jushan Yushmat Vachaha Harikata Amritam Samsara Tapa Nishtaptaha Martyaha Tattapa Beshajam Nanutripye Jusham Yushmat Nanutripye Jushan Yushmat Vacho Hari Katamritam Vacho Hari Katamritam Samsara Tapa Nistapto Samsara Tapa Nistapto Martyastatapa Beshajam Martyastatapa Beshajam Nanutripye Jushan Yushmat Vachohari Katamritam Samsara Tapa Nistapto Martyastatapa Beshajam. Nutripye Jushan Yushmat Chohari Katamritam Saratapa Nistapto Martyastatapa Beshajam Anutripye Jushan Yushmat Vachohari Katamritam Saratapa Nistapto Martyastatapa Beshajam. Matajis? Anutripye Jushan Yushmat Chohari Katamritam Saratapa Nistapto Martyastatapa Beshajam. Na anutripye. I am not yet satiated. Jushan, engaging. Yushmat, your. Vachaha, in the words. Harikata, of the topics of the Supreme Lord Hari. Amritam, the nectar. Samsara, of material existence. Tapa, by the misery. Nistaptaha, tormented. Martyaha, a mortal human. Tattapa, of that pain. Bejasham, the medical treatment. Translation and purport. by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Although I am drinking the nectar of your statements about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, my thirst is not yet satiated. Such nectarian descriptions of the Lord and His devotees are the actual medicine for the conditioned souls like me, who are tormented by the threefold miseries of material existence. Purport. According to SriSriRadhaRasbihariTemple Swami, one may argue that since the symptoms of a pure devotee of the Lord have already been elaborately described, one can perfect his life by advancing to the platform mentioned in the previous verse. And there is no need for further questions. But Hare Katamritam, topics about the Lord and His devotees, are so pleasing and beautiful that one cannot give up hearing them, even after spiritual liberation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in this connection, has quoted the following verse: Atma Ramascha Munayo Nigranta Apurokrame Kurvantya Haitukim Bhaktim Itam Bhuta Guno Harihe. Those who are self-satisfied and unattracted by the external material desires are also attracted to the loving service of Sri Krishna, whose qualities are transcendental and whose activities are wonderful. Hare, the personality of Godhead, is called Krishna because he has such transcendentally attractive features. Bhagavatam 1:7-10. Material medicine is not desirable once a disease has been cured. But on the absolute platform, the means and the end are not different. So chanting and hearing the glories of the Lord Krishna are both the means and the end of transcendental bliss. King Nimi said to the sages, "We are all great saintly persons absorbed in love of Godhead. Therefore, although you will speak about Maya or illusion, the conclusion will be undoubtedly be Krishna consciousness. Please don't think that you have already explained everything to me. The intoxicating nectar of your instruction has left me more eager than ever to hear about the Supreme Personality of Godhead." King Nimi was also a great devotee of the Lord. Otherwise, there would have been no question of his personally conversing with such exalted living entities as the 9 Yogendras. But as a humble Vaishnava, he considered himself an ordinary conditioned soul covered by the material designations. Thus he showed his eagerness to understand the actual nature of Maya in order to be safe from her future attempts to place him in the burning fire of material existence. Nano tripeju shanyushmad vacho hari katamritam samsara tapanistapto martyasthatapa veshajam. Although I am drinking the nectar of your statements about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, my thirst is not yet satiated. Such nectarian descriptions of the Lord and His devotees are the actual medicine for conditioned souls like me, who are tormented by the threefold miseries of material existence. Om Agyanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangom Lam Gayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vikasa Swami Niti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Rup Shri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath, He Chai Guru Karan Charan Damandon, Yahoite Vignash Abhishta Puran, Katanchana Smite Asmin, Dushkaram Sukaram Bhavet, Vishinte Paritam Syat Shri Chaitanyam Namamitam, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all for coming this morning for Srimad Bhagavatam class, and also those who are following online and after who will follow or who will hear on internet. By the mercy of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Samstapaka Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, we have mercy that we can every day morning hear Hari Katamritam, the descriptions of the glories of Lord Hari and his devotees. And in this shloka, King Nimi is describing his so-called fallen position. He is presenting like ordinary conditioned souls, conditioned soul. He is representing us. Many of us, there are two exceptions who are not conditioned. we are conditioned souls, and we are all suffering by the threefold miseries of material existence. Everyone knows who are these three miseries. We know the Durga Devi has three shores. every day she is pinching us. At least one of these miseries, two or three. They're every day they are mixed. They are competition with these miseries. One of these miseries is adhyatmika klesha. This is miseries which are coming from our own body and mind. Then second type of miseries is audibautika klesha. These miseries coming from other living entities, especially in India, because we are coming from the west. In India, there are so many mosquitoes, and they like white skin. They like white bodies. They are very sweet, because we are eating so much sweets. We are Western devotees who are Western bodies, they're famous, they like to take a lot of sweets. Then the third part of miseries is adidavika klesha. This is by supernatural powers, by demigods, nature. There's also coming now heat. Heat is increasing, and humility is increasing. The devotee asks us, why you are coming now in this summertime? You have to come earlier or after summertime. But this was the coincidence that we are now here. And this is the result of Hari Katamritam. If we properly hear Hari Katamritam, Krishna Katha from proper source, we forget about the miseries, the threefold miseries of material existence. We can transcend. Also, Srila Prabhupada is describing in Nectar of Instruction, when describing how to control Vachu Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, Uddha Upasta Vegam, Etan Vegan, these pushings of the body Vegams, especially describe Vachu Vegam, the speech, then those with speech we can control by Hari Katamritam. If we speak only about Krishna consciousness and topics related to Krishna. And there Prabhupada is describing those who are preaching Krishna Katha, spreading Krishna consciousness, They are beyond the three most material natures. They can transcend the material nature. This is the blessing of preaching of Krishna Katha. The same blessing also is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Kurma Brahmana, now knows. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached in South India, he met one Brahmana, Kurma Brahmana, and at the end, Kurma Brahmana requested Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I would like to go with you. I don't want to be at home anymore. I want to join you, your preaching party. I like to preach with you, together with you. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pacified him. No need to go with me. No need to go with me. You can preach wherever you are. Yare teka tare kaha Krishna upadesh, amara ga guru hanya tare edesh. Wherever you are, you preach Krishna upadesh, Krishna katha, in this shloka Hari katha. Also Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, the spiritual master, our Param Guru, he usually used the words Harikatha. And Srila Prabhupada mostly use Krishna Katha. If you notice, if you hear Srila Prabhupada, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu give blessings, you preach Krishna Katha wherever you are, Krishna Upadesh, and deliver everyone in this land. And if you will do this activity, preaching activity of Krishna Katha, Maya will not touch you, and always you will be in my association. You will never be without my association. There were Sankirtan devotees, they have this realization. Morning when is darshan, especially Shishigornitai or Panchatattva, when we have darshan, they are telling that till the breakfast, Shishigornitai, they are in the altar, and after breakfast they go out to preach. They go out to preach Krishna Katha, because they appear because of this. That is their mood and mission. And they want to go out. And therefore, we are all who are in Krishna consciousness. We have special duty, we have special blessing. We are more outdoor people than indoor people. There was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his party. They're going out, and we can join them every day. We can join them every day if we like. And then we like. And this preaching of Krishna consciousness, because it is connected, we are speaking about Hari Katha. And part of Hari Katha is Sankirtan Katha, Sankirtan Amritam. Maybe one of you heard about new published Sankirtan book by His Grace Navinanirada Prabhu, Sankirtan Amritam. He's mostly staying in Mayapur and giving seminars about Sankirtan. Who did? Maybe some of you did this seminar, this Sankirtan course. You can do also online or offline. You can do that. And Navinanirada Prabhu, His Grace Navinanirada Prabhu, he is one of the best book distributors of all times in ISKCON, still distributing books. He is from Switzerland, originally this present life. He appeared in Switzerland. And at that time, in the 90s, in the end of 80s and the beginning of 90s, till end of 90s, they did huge, big distribution in Europe. At that time was Europe explosion of book distribution. There was flooding book distribution. Also United States and Europe was competition, United States and Europe. At that time, India was not yet so far up. And now, the leading position take over India in book distribution. Majority of Prabhupada's books are distributed here in Bharata Bhumi. Therefore, because we are coming from Croatia, everyone knows Adbhuta Hari Prabhu, His Grace Adbhuta Hari Prabhu. And then we also had his association. He's our let's say our role model. We are inspired by his devotional service. And in this, it was previous year, in the end of previous year, the PM, Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, he visited first time in the history of Croatia. He visited first time Croatia, because there are many who are born in India, in the East, in Asian countries. They are going to the West for working, because there is less population in Europe and America. They are afraid of overpopulation. They are using artificial methods how to check the increase of population. They have only one or no children. Also, children in the West are very expensive. Very expensive. If you can research, so many millions of dollars from the childhood to the end of education have to spend so much money. Everything is so costly. Yeah. Also, Prabhupada's time, when Prabhupada was started preaching in the West, you can see in lecture he is describing the position of the West. You ask him why they are not married, but the mother of this son said he can marry if he can maintain the family. Also in Shastra described in the predictions that in Kali Yuga to maintain a family, you will be like Daksha. You are very expert. Very expert. Very expert. Because in Kali Yuga everything becomes very difficult. Life becomes very difficult. For these basic needs, we have to work very hard. For example, I will tell you a story for here, nearby, Pune, Maharashtra, Pune. Father has two sons. One son, he went abroad to United States, working, IT, big salary, so much money, earning so much money. Another son, he joined Brahmachari ashram. And parents are not very excited when someone joins Brahmachari ashram. When the parents they see orange color, oh no, what will happen with my son? Then many times we have to hide the sons, incognito. Then parents don't know where he is, especially in India. We have to hide the sons. Putra, we have to hide Putra. And father, he was wondering how my son is living in ashram, what kind of lifestyle. And he also was interested, my son, how is living my son in the United States, what he's doing there, how is living, because the parents are very worried how their children are living. They are good living, they have everything, they have nice food, they have nice space for sleeping, nice accommodation, they 3 BHK, bungalow, whatever, good car, good bank balance, nice children, whatever, a nice education. And this son, when he visited the United States, he was staying there, and he was staying alone at home, because son was working whole day working, and no time for family. Big money, no time for family, and no fresh food. Wife cooking for whole week, and putting in freeze, deep freeze, refrigerator, and only heating every day in microwave, micro oven. Also here, micro oven. Everything deep freeze, and every day little bit you cut, you take, and for a whole week he cook only one per week, for a whole week, every day fresh food from the oven and refrigerator. and And another son who joined the brahmachari ashram, no salary, free service, no pension, nothing. Yeah? He is living very nice life. 3 times fresh food. Yeah? Morning, nice breakfast. Yeah? Dal, sabji, rice, chapati, khichdi, different sweets, whatever. Yeah? Lunch even more opulent. Yeah? Dinner also. Yeah? 3 times fresh food. Was thinking, what is this? Brahmachari life better than my son. Big salary, big money, no time for eating, sleeping, no time for family. What kind of life is this? Then he understood that this son who joined brahmachari ashram is in better position. He has better life than another son who is so-called rich. Therefore, by the mercy of Prabhupada, this is the mercy of Prabhupada, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Swami Prabhupada. Therefore, we have to be very grateful to him and his followers, because we are continuing. Whatever we see here now, we didn't create, I didn't create. Some of you who are young, you did something? Maybe previous life, I don't know. Born again now, here in Juhu. Continuation, we didn't finish. We didn't do nothing. We just came here and we have everything established. Because Srila Prabhupada's one of the 3rd most important projects in India. One Vrindavan, Mayapur, and Juhu. But if you go to Srila Prabhupada memorial book, memorial room, there is written, Prabhupada is written out of humbleness, I'm coming to India and here to purify myself. To Vrindavan, to Mayapur and Juhu. Here in SriSriRadhaRasbihariTemple. Vigraha, deities. But we know that pure devotee is Tirti Kovanti Tirtani. He is the walking pilgrimage, the walking place of pilgrimage. Therefore, if we study Srila Prabhupada's life, and if we hear Krishna Katha, Hari Kathamritam, at least something, if something enter our ears, and through ears to our heart, and especially if we read Srila Prabhupada's books, it's not possible to be not inspired to share Hari Kathamritam with others. If we hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures, at the end of the lecture, when Prabhupada conclude the lecture, we can see, Jai Prabhupada! They were so inspired, they just ran out, out of the temple. This is called Mandirama Margagama. Understand? Mandira Margagama. Come out of temple, come to the street. This is the message. This is the message. And we see there are so many, especially here in Juhu, because we are coming to the West. There is more, is joke, there is more deities than devotees. It's not joke, listen, there's half truth also. The majority of temples established, there are no devotees. There are no devotees. There are lack of devotees. There are more deities than devotees. And here is just the opposite. There are so many devotees coming. It's new devotees. There are so many. Whole day, 24 hours. Temple will be 24 hours open. 24 hours will be the queue, the line going, coming. We are not even aware what fortunate position we are here. For example, in Juhu, because we are some are here permanent the residents of this temple. Therefore, you are so blessed. They are so blessed. Therefore, if we have some time, please invite others, because we will not be here if someone will not invite us. Is correct? Someone sacrificed his time, energy to invite us, to give time to us. Therefore, we are now here. And we can also try the same. You know Vaisheshika Prabhu? His grave Vaisheshika Prabhu, and a new book distribution minister. Before was Vijay Prabhu. Here he liked some these belts, some message. There is one belt, like recent belt was read, share, repeat. Read, share, repeat. We can easily remember. When we are reading, okay, I have to share. First I can share with devotees, which are around me. I can share outside. Because nearby, 5 minutes walk, you have beach, They are looking for Hari Katamrita from the wrong place. They are little bit misdirection, They miss the point, They will have to go there and please, little bit return, come. Make U-turn, U-turn. Make U-turn. U-turn. It's very easy. Very easy. Just yesterday, you go a little walk, 5 minutes, and you meet so many nice people. And just this heart invitation, Prabhupada, if you see morning walk, Prabhupada was speaking devotees. Do you have Sunday love feast card? You have Sunday love feast card? Prabhupada is asking devotees. You have love feast card? This is famous from the West, especially that time. Love and peace, We need all the time love and peace. Only by Krishna Katha is this possible. Otherwise it's not possible. That was so important to preach, because people don't have the solution. They have wrong solution. Also in Prabhupada describing in Upadeshamrita, that modern civilization is making one mistake, correcting one mistake with another mistake. You understand? We are correcting the mistake. We can correct the mistake? No. We have double mistake then. Triple. No? You have increasing mistakes. Only Krishna consciousness can save the humanity from gliding towards the hell. For example, those who this present was born in the West, we were literally being saved from hell, hellish life. You don't know what means hell. You can go. But now India's mission, America is heaven, but it's not heaven, it's hell. Or Europe. Why? When we came here, just from Amsterdam to Bangalore, was one Indian gentleman, IT professional. He went to the West for work, and he came here to visit his family. He was so in anxiety. He took computer with him, He cannot be without computer. He can do online, He was so in anxiety. I have to work. Do not come vacation at this. I have to work also in vacation. There is no vacation. This is illusion. This is the Maya, trick of Maya, which will describe liberation from delusion energy. With Hari Katha, with Krishna consciousness, we can be free from illusion, especially Srimad Bhagavatam. Is sunlight, is giving light in this dark age of Kali, because we lost the vision, we don't see. We see, but we don't see. And with these blind eyes, we cannot see. We need the eyes of Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad-gita. And book distribution, sharing Krishna Katha is very simple. For example, in the West, here is little difference. In the West, what we do, 1 minute show, job finished. When we approach some gentleman, and you greet him, and you flatter first, it's like we flatter. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada also, we flatter first, we throw in the mouth, we flatter the person, you are so great. But in the sense you say, you are so positive person. And nowadays it's very modern to be positive. There are so many positive books, positive thinking like this, In the bookshop, there are so many these modern gurus. They are thinking you have to be positive. And then what the people usually reply, yes, I try to be positive. I am positive. Then you say, this is positive books for positive person. Please take. And they take, and they say, look at book. It's interesting. How much? How much? Give your best. And they give donation. Job finished, you go to the next person. Simple. Everyone can do. Everyone can do. Also, last Sunday, we went to the beach. The group young boys are standing. You have your invitation card with you. You have invitation card with you. Few cards. The group. First, you give everyone invitation card. The next round, you give everyone book. Next round, you give everyone prasadam. And they are looking good. How much? They give donation. Next group. Very simple. Very little speaking. We go Sankirtan, sometimes we think the Sankirtan means lecturing. The lecturing is different. We invite them to lecture. When we are distributing books, Prabhupada's books, we are organizing preaching program for Srila Prabhupada. He will preach. He's the best preacher. Sometimes ago, in one lecture, Vijay Prabhu told his realization, his meditation, if all the acharyas will come on one place to hear Krishna Katha, Hari Katha, which acharya they will choose to speak? For example, now we are hearing from Shukadeva Goswami. And Shukadeva Goswami speaking to Maharaj Parikshit. This last day, almost like I said, last day. This 11th canto, last day. Last day, Parikshit Maharaj is preparing himself to leave this world. And also the sages, there was so many sages, many great personalities was present, many who was capable, was qualified to speak Krishna Katha, but they choose Shukadeva Goswami. Also, Vijay Prabhu told this realization, all the acharyas will come. They will like to hear from Srila Prabhupada. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Because what he did, no one will do, and no one is doing, and no one will do. This is already, this post is occupied. We cannot, we can only join. There is so much mercy left. This is the mercy of devotees. They are not selfish. There is so much opportunity, unlimited opportunity. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any question, realization, correction, reflection? So yeah, please. Please tell.
Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, can you share some difference between the book distribution in Western side and here you have experience? Like what's the difference you feel like distributing the books?
Very simple. Before we came here, we did like Gaura Puni Marathon in South India, Namakal. You know Namakal? This is the biggest production of chicken and ice. You know eye? Egg, no, sorry. Eggs and chickens, no, eggs. It was in export. There, and there we did, because now was new ISKCON center was opened there in Namakal, ISKCON Namakal. You can see on internet. And what is the difference? Here, everyone, if you present Bhagavad-gita, they know, Gar mein hai. I have. I have Bhagavad-gita. No, I have. Okay. Then next question is, then asking, which Bhagavad-gita you have? They call it big Bhagavad-gita. They will know this, not Prabhupada Bhagavad-gita. No? You have ISKCON Bhagavad-gita or Bhaktivedanta book translation. No. Then you a little bit explain. You don't directly tell that this Bhagavad-gita you have is bogus. Yeah? You tell, okay, you can also add this Bhagavad-gita. Then you show Guru Parampara, Guru Shiksha Para. You show this Bhagavad-gita is directly coming. The voice of Krishna from Kurukshetra is directly coming to you through Guru Para. You're directly hearing Krishna. If you read the last shlokas of Bhagavad-gita, is this realization. Prabhupada also explaining If you are hearing Bhagavad-gita, Krishna through Guru Parampara is like hearing directly Krishna. There is no difference. When we are reading Bhagavad-gita, we are hearing Bhagavad-gita as it is, we are hearing Bhagavad-gita directly. There is this difference. This is different in the West, from here and the West. Then they have to explain, and then after, if they have big Bhagavad-gita, you can tell we have small Bhagavad-gita, Torah Bhagavad-gita, or China Bhagavad-gita, or small Bhagavad-gita. You can travel with Bhagavad-gita. This can be your best friend, Bhagavad-gita. You know, Mahatma Gandhi, he traveled with Bhagavad-gita wherever he went. He was Bhagavad-gita with him. Also, if you don't have a mobile, because these equipments are not 100% sure, you know. They are working or not working. Yeah? And this is all the time working, you know. This is all the time working, anytime, 24 hours working. No problem. There are books are not, you cannot exchange books, or there's afraid. Now with digital books, with driven out hard copy books, no. They're even increasing the sale of hard copy books. It's increasing. Don't worry. This is one way. And what is also, when we come, they are welcoming you here, you know. When I was distributing, for example, in Sri Lanka also, there's even more pious there. It's like same culture, but a little bit more pious, because island, little not so much degraded, you know. They will come there and give you garland, you know. Please, Swamiji, please come. Yeah. Give you garland. Yeah. Then after they took books, give donation. This is a difference, you know. Yeah. So some are also here, very rarely there are negative persons here. And the West is opposite. They are more negative. They tell you, go back to India, because especially if you are distributing in Dhoti, you go back to India. We don't need this, you know. You go back India, or this is spoken by devil, you know. Devil, it's, and this is against our religion. They tell you it's against our religion. Also, yoga is also dangerous. This circumstance have to deal. There are also some who are very positive. They are extremes in the West, you know. Therefore, have to be very polite, because they become very easy angry. You know, they like to fight. Many times we fight. You know, you get also punched. You know, they attack you with knife, guns. You know, police calling police. When it's very adventure. You know, Wild West. You know, this is Western culture. You know. Prabhupada is saying, if you trespass, they can shoot you, you know. Also, this culture, also, Indians also like to imitate West, you know, to become aristocratic, you know, to become civilized. They like to imitate, but there is no civilization. There is one joke I will tell you, that you see what is the difference between West and East. You know, what is the difference between curd, yogurt, and Western culture? You know what is the difference? You know what is the difference? Have a little chemistry. Now we have a chemistry class. But what is the difference between curd and Western culture, Western world? It's a joke, you know. You know how you make curd. Who knows how to make curd? We boil the milk. And we decrease the temperature. I call 50 degree, and put some culture inside. You put some culture inside, some sour thing, you know, culture, and then everything become curd after a few hours. Here, because it's hot, after 2 hours you have curd. You can make buttermilk. And Western culture, there is no culture. In curd is a little culture, you know? But in Western there is no culture. You know? Therefore now, Prabhupada is told that Hare Krishna is not ordinary religion. This is cultural conquest. We're giving culture. Spiritual culture from the spiritual world. Here it is spiritual culture. Krishna culture is best culture. There was sometimes they ask us for the end, lecture end 9 o'clock. Which time we have to end? Lecture have some. Usually, for example, they ask us because we take up Sanatana Dharma, we become Krishna Bhaktas. We are trying to become Krishna Bhaktas, not so easy. But they ask you why we reject Christianity. Why we reject Christianity? They maybe usually question. Why we reject Jesus? But we didn't reject Jesus. Now we know also the Father. Before we know only the Son. Now we only know the Father. No. If there is Son, also the Father. But in the other scriptures, there is no description of the Father. Very less. Only they hardly know the name of the Father. And what he's doing with the Father, where he's living with the Father, because they don't know. And now, Krishna consciousness, we know also the Father. And therefore, Jesus is the Son of Krishna. Some ask you. Christians, they preach like this, Jesus is the way, the truth, the life. But they don't know the Father. Krishna is the Father. Original. Aham bija pradapitaha. I'm the Father of all. We are all sons of children of God. Therefore, love God, love all. Therefore, we didn't reject nothing. We just add. Now we become better Christian, best Christian. And also, till now, because we are free here, we are doing free service. We are not paid. Mostly conversions, who are recruiting, they are paying. They give pay. If you discuss system is discussed, if you convert Shudra, less pay. Vaishya, more pay. Kshatriya, more pay. Brahmana, you give a lot of dakshina. For conversion. Therefore, we are explaining them, if you offer me something better than Krishna consciousness, lifestyle, I will come to you, no problem. But till now, no one offered me something better. Therefore, Prabhupada, Krishna Bhakti is best lifestyle. You can see, you have this experience. If you don't have where you go, try this life. There's no need to try. No need to try. Therefore, this is best life. Krishna consciousness is best life. Srila Prabhupada, this mercy of movement, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hankita movement, is giving us best life, everything best. Best philosophy, best music, best art, best food, everything best. Best association, everything best. There is no better. Because everything what is connected with Krishna is best, because Krishna is the best. God is the best. And Krishna is the first candle. Brahma Samhita. Ete cham shakala pumsam. Indrarivaka lokam. Krishna stu Bhagavan Swam. Krishna is Swam Bhagavan. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha. Anadi Radhir Govinda Sarva Kalana Kalana. Therefore, in the West, we have to preach a little bit polite, indirect. Direct, you speak directly, indirect. Understand? Because then they know very little. They know yoga, they know meditation. They hear about words. They don't know what is exactly what means yoga. But they yoga, vegetarianism, all these things, karma. Therefore, you connect. Then you connect, and you present directly. Nothing to hide, because you're tilak, dhoti. You're distributing in Vaishnava dress. Mostly we distribute the Vaishnava dress. There's the difference. Here you can immediately connect. You just tell how many books. So many officers, you just went there. Boss, he took books, and also he took so many sets for others, for employees. There's a difference. There was so much scope. There was so unlimited space. When we finish planet Earth, we go to another planet. And whole universe, we have to overflow with books, Prabhupada's books. Cover the earth, Prabhupada was seeing one with the telling. Cover the earth with books. Cover the earth with books. Thank you very much. We have some time for another question. Would you like to ask? We have time for another short question, short answer.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Puji. You are nicely explained about Sankirtan and book distribution, and you have mentioned the seminar of Navin Neerad Prabhu, which some devotees were attend that seminar in last month at Mayapur, and we were very happy. Actually, Prabhuji covered how, where, and why we have to distribute the books, especially focus on why, that purpose of book distribution. I saw many Sankirtan devotees who are looking very happy, enthusiastic, and ready to take risk, and ever fresh, even in old age also. So, what is the secret behind it? That freshness and happiness in Sankirtan devotees who are book distributors also.
The question is how we can even in old age distribute, or how
What
we
is
can.
secret behind it that they are looking very happy, even old age, ever fresh, and ready to take risk, any condition?
But we are speaking about Amritam. It's not Visham. No, Visham means. Amritam means nectar. No? If you drink nectar, you will be happy. If you drink Visham, you will die. You know. If you do properly, if you practice Krishna consciousness, there is not allowed to be unhappy. Prabhupada said in Osman Korjatna, if you are not happy Krishna consciousness, this is not because of Krishna consciousness. Because Krishna consciousness is susukam kartam avayam. From the beginning is happy, joyful. Prabhupada is telling simply recreation. Krishna consciousness is simply recreation. Chanting, dancing, feasting. For the chant, dance, we spend energy, then we go take prasadam, refresh, and again chant, dance, like this. Then we have to do properly. Krishna, we have to do practice properly. We can also practice improperly. Sometimes we imitate, 6 Goswamis, no eating, no sleeping, Then we have digestion problems, because we don't eat. We fall down. When we chant, we break some pillars, Yeah, I also have this experience in the beginning stages, because in the temple where I was grown up spiritually, there was in the middle pillars, like we go around, and when you turn, is the pillar, have to be careful. You hit the pillar, The many times I hit the pillar, Then we have to balance. Krishna is telling Bhagavad-gita, Yukta Hara Viharasya, to balance our sleeping, eating, and other activity, recreation, and work, seva, to balance. But it's difficult to balance. I don't know. We have this experience because in the West, we try to go too early to bed. It's saying early to rest and early to rise make a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. They have some studies also in university in the West. They're studying the whole successful people. They're going early to rest and early to rise. They're more productive, also materially speaking. How about spiritual? There was early morning hours of spiritual hours for meditation. But here we see that sometimes, I don't know, because of heat, I don't know, devotees like to go in the night and go late night. They wake up, they start speaking. Because this is the trick. If we don't go early to rest, if we start eating, again the body is made like this, become again wake up. You have a next boost. Instead of using to go to sleep, you overcome this biological time and you wake up. Especially with these gadgets, you lose this sensitivity when you are tired, because artificially you wake up, your brain are working. Smartphone, computers, all these things. Therefore, before, 1-2 hours before the rest, shut down. Therefore, Prabhupada's formula is evening hot milk, Krishna book. Otherwise, you will wake up. Then again, before 10 o'clock, you will not go to sleep. Then come 11, 12, difficult to wake up. Therefore, it's not difficult to wake up early. It's difficult to take rest early. This is the secret. There's so many open secrets.
Thank you.
Therefore, if we follow properly, because all nectar, Bhagavatamritam, Upadeshamritam, Bhakti Rasamritam, Prasadam Amritam, Sankirtan Amritam, only Charanamritam, only Amritam. All day only Amritam. You're drinking only Amritam. You know? Then at the end you're like Balaram or Nityananda Prabhu. Intoxicated. You know? And people in the West, policemen, and there you see you, they're asking you, you took some drugs? They see in the eyes, your big eyes, you know, like Jagalan. Red eyes. No, this is Krishna consciousness intoxication. Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you, and also thank you to all the leaders who give us this opportunity to stay here and to share with you Hari Katamritam. Thank you very much, and please bless us that we can continue serving in Prabhupada's mission. We can give as many as possible Jiva souls opportunity to also see, to have darshan, Shri Gonitai, Shri Radharasbihari, Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, and all of you, dear nice devotees. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanande Hare Go. Vancha Kalpatarubhascha, Kripa Sindhu Bevacha, Patitalam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha.